Good evening and welcome to Capitol Press Conference, the program which features candid interviews with the great political leaders of our time. Our guest today is the distinguished senator who is chairman of two important congressional committees, one dealing with our foreign policy and the other with public works. Senator, there has been a great deal of concern about American aid to Southeast Asia. Will you give us a specific answer? Is it true that you plan to investigate the situation there in Southeast Asia yourself?
Yes, I do plan to leave soon on an important government-sponsored trip to find out firsthand for the American people. I'll be gone 3 months.
Why so long, Senator? It's a small country.
Well, first I've got to check the situation out in Hawaii, particularly Waikiki, and then on to Tokyo. And I think I'll spend a good month in Hong Kong.
Isn't that a little far from Southeast Asia's trouble spots?
Well, yes, but I wouldn't want the private jet transport which the government is providing to be a waste of the taxpayers' money. After all, if there's something to see en route, we should stop.
I see. Now, are any of your aides going to accompany you on the trip?
I'm glad you asked that question. Glad you asked it. My executive assistant is going to be right with me all the time. He happens to be my son. And I don't want that plane to be empty. A lot of empty seats certainly don't make for government economy. So my wife and other 5 children, her parents and mine, and 3 or 4 cousins are going to be along too.
What do you expect to gain from the trip, sir?
Well, it'll be a good rest in Honolulu. Mrs. wants one of those moo-moos. And you know how my kids are about surfing. And then in Japan, we all want to try out those hot sea baths. And I've always wanted one of those little Japanese radios. In Hong Kong, well, you've seen the movie Susie Wong. And I want to buy some suits, too. They're cheap over there, you know.
But you said, Senator, that your trip to the Orient was specifically to investigate the grave situation in Southeast Asia. Aren't you going there?
Oh, yes, I forgot. I do want to look into that fully. After all, I represent the poor burdened American taxpayers. And I want to be sure their $8 are being spent wisely. No corruption or anything. I won't stand for that.
Perhaps we'd better change the subject, sir. Some of your detractors...
Detractors?
Yes, detractors, sir. Think that your new suite of offices are a bit lavish for one who professes to be the taxpayer's protector.
Detractors. Protector. I'm glad you asked that question. Say, what was the question?
About your suite of offices, sir.
Well, I don't think my private affairs should be brought up here before the millions of listeners and viewers. But I'll be glad to comment anyway. A small bar, a little bedroom where I can rest between appointments, a steam room with a full-time masseuse, and that private little dining room which can seat only 50 people. These are minor luxuries to which any public servant who has dedicated his life to the underdogs is entitled. I don't think my wife's roof garden is out of place either.
One final question, Senator. Do you think you will be re-elected for another term next year?
I'll be honest with you, young man. No, I don't have a chance. But I've enjoyed serving the people in more ways than one.
Thank you, Senator. Oh, for heaven's sake, Liz, come on home.
I'm trying to tell you that this time I want to talk to a marriage counselor so that we can stay happy.
Liz, I've been trying to tell you this man isn't a marriage counselor.
All right now, miss. What name comes to your mind?
Well, the first one is Nicky.
Nicky it is.
And then the next one is... Debbie. No. Eddie.
Eddie. A-D-D. You're getting ahead of... Now look what you made me do. All right, well, we'll just turn the B around and make a D, and turn the D around and make a B, and we'll have Debbie. Is that all right?
Liz, this is absurd.
And then another name. Do you just want the names?
Names, pictures, whatever you want, miss. What I got on your forearms now looks right smart. How about a nice silhouette of Her Majesty's battleship right across...
Liz, I demand that you stop this. It'll ruin your career.
An airplane carrier costs more to do than a battleship, but I can do it.
Oh, that tickles. Hey, wait a minute. Why is the marriage counselor tickling me?
I ain't no marriage counselor, miss. I'm a tattoo artist. Do you like the ship?
Richard, let's go home. This man is a fake.
Sorry, my dear. I never mind a small scar, but this is ridiculous. And he spelled Debbie all wrong.
Richard, come back. Oh, never mind. Hey, you're kind of cute. What's your name?
It's Ollie, miss. But I'm married and got a family.
Good. Right there above the wrist will be fine.
Let's see, Ollie. O... L...
L.
Yeah, L... I...
L.
Yes, thank you. O... L...
L.
Yeah, L... I...
L.
Yes, thank you. L... E...
Try it again, Ed. The Republican Party's paying $25,000 for this information. Now, are you sure the electronic computer cards are all punched?
Every one of them. Governors, mayors, city councilmen, anybody in the country that's eligible.
Yeah.
Ralph, Goldwater, Romney, Rockefeller, all of them.
Okay, start it up.
Same keys as before?
Yeah, preferably from large eastern state.
Large eastern state.
Personable, good-looking.
Personable. Good-looking.
Basically a conservative of a conservative family.
Conservative.
Wealthy, must pay part of campaign expenses.
Wealthy.
Same thing again, huh?
Yeah, Bobby and Ted in the same order as before.
During the Roaring Twenties, as America reeled under the shattering effects of Prohibition, the city of Chicago was held tight in the iron fist of Scarface Al Capone. A group of fearless federal agents known as the Unmentionables, under the leadership of Elliot Mess and armed with a powerful truck reinforced by a solid steel bumper, succeeded where all other law enforcement agencies failed. They put a kaput to kaput. We take you now to the headquarters of the Unmentionables on Chicago's North Side.
What brewery are we knocking off tonight, Mr. Mess?
I don't know. They're getting tougher and tougher to find. Get the phone book and look in the yellow pages.
Hey, here's one that looks like a big one, too. They got a full-page ad. The Underworld Beer Brewery.
Well, that sounds suspicious. The very fact that they try to cover it up with a legitimate name. Where is it located?
Downstairs.
That's convenient, but where downstairs?
In the back of our truck.
In the back of... Harry, go downstairs and back the truck into a wall.
Always armed with his best men and his best girl, Roberta Stacked, who was as well-built as her name, Roberta, the Unmentionables, speeding along in their high-powered truck with a steel-enforced bumper, sought out every well-hidden kaput brewery in Chicago.
Gee, honey, we've been driving for 20 minutes. When are we going to crash through some doors?
You've been driving for 20 minutes. We're trying to get the truck started. Why don't you get off the running board and join us? Well, that's better, Harry. From now on, let's always use the key. Turn right at the next corner, Harry. There's a brewery around here someplace. I can smell it.
That's not a brewery, that's Harry.
Sorry, boss.
That's all right. Don't let it happen again. If we find this brewery and knock it off, it'll be the 63rd brewery we knocked off this week.
63 breweries in 1 week? Boy, you guys are sure kept busy.
This is nothing. You should have seen how busy we were during Prohibition. We used bicycles then. There it is, Harry. All right, ram those doors.
Oh, how thrilling. Oh, I dig you the most, man.
Well, thank you. And I enjoyed you very much in High School Confidential.
Relentlessly, they pushed forward, destroying brewery after brewery, striking destructive and decisive blows at the kaput empire.
Hey, we knocked off just about every brewery in town, Mr. Miss.
Well, we can't afford to be out of work now. It'll take the truck away. Don't stop now. Keep going, Harry. Crash through that small door at the end of the store.
Hey, what's the matter with you guys? Can't you knock?
Sorry, lady. Back it up, Harry. We have the wrong door.
And then finally, on the night of February 14th, Elliot Mess discovers the location of Kaput's biggest and most important brewery. To successfully smash this means the crumbling of the kaput empire.
All right, that's it at the end of the street, men. Step on the gas, Harry, and ram it. What are you doing, Harry? You're driving around in circles.
They're wise to us, boss. They put in a revolving door.
Just 2 weeks later, at the Federal Bureau of Investigation headquarters in Washington, D.C.
Gentlemen, we are here to honor Elliot Mess, the man who saved Chicago from the chaos of the underworld. Mr. Mess is due here any moment. In fact, I think I hear him now.
Sorry, I'm late.
Mr. Mess, for service above and beyond the call of duty, it is my honor to present you with this honorary driver's license. The way you drive, we couldn't get you a real one.
Dr. Jose wanted in surgery. Dr. Ben Jose wanted in surgery.
Well, Dr. Zorgo, how you like practicing in Tijuana?
What did I tell you? Huh? The American Medical Association would throw us out if you kept meddling in the patient's affairs. Never mid the operation. Always you're fooling around with the people's problem.
Let's see. Man, woman, birth, death, infant.
And why are you always doing that, huh? That man, woman, boy business.
Just trying to figure out which one brings in the biggest fees, Dr. Zorgo. Man, woman, gallbladder, these all spell cash. Today's patient. Muy bien, aquí es bueno. Right here on the operating table.
Dr. Jose, this is criminal. When they threw you out of the United States, you were never supposed to do brain surgery again. What do you plan to do with that woman?
Nonsense. I had the eye of an eagle, the hand of a woman, and the heart of a lion. In fact, I still have.
Yeah, that's what's bugging everybody. You carry them around all the time in a plastic bag.
That's it, my dear. A deep breath of the ether, and we'll have the top of your head off in no time. Say, you lovely little señorita. Been here in Tijuana long? Let's have one little kiss before the operation, see? Ay, Chihuahua, take out the thermometer first.
Dr. Jose, what you're doing is unethical. And that chicken on the operating table is unsanitary.
Lo siento, pardon, but it keeps hopping back up. Now we're alone. Hear me, chiquita. I tell you what, my lovely. We'll do the brain surgery with a local anesthetic, and then you and I can, como se dice, scalpel Dr. Zorgo.
Dr. Jose, I must remind you, you are operating without even washing the hands.
Well, strap her arms down, and it won't matter if we wash your hands or not.
Oh, and the chicken is up there again.
Shoot, chicken. You have a lovely brain, mi bonita. Tú eres muy bonita. Please, little muchacha, I can't concentrate.
Dr. Jose, this is incredible. With love, while you perform a discontinuity on the lower cerebellum? And that chick? What you do is inhuman, Dr. Jose. That chicken, what are you doing? No, you're not even looking at your patient, doctor. No, you can't. You're ridiculous, doctor. Dr. Jose, do you know what you have done?
Why, of course, I have taken the brain of the senorita, and I have, well, for heaven's sakes. Well, perhaps I should have watched more careful.
Yes, Dr. Jose, with the brain of the chicken.
Oh, I do hope I haven't made too much a botch of it. Does it hurt at all, my dear? Speak to me.
The date is March 10th, 1876. In his laboratory at Boston University, Alexander Graham Bell has just mounted a small drumhead of gold beater skin over the head of a harmonic telegraph receiver. After jingling the connections a few times, impatiently he calls his assistant, Thomas A. Watson, and projects sound through a wire. There is an answer. The telephone has been invented.
Mr. Watson, come here. I want you.
This is the operator, sir. May I help you?
Confound it, Martha. Get off the line. I want to talk to Tom.
If you will give me the number, I will try to connect you.
Number schmumber. I don't have any number. Where's Tom Watson?
You seem to have been disconnected. I will give you information.
This is information. May I help you?
Where's Tom Watson?
Is that Mr. Thomas Watson in Boston?
It's Tom Watson right down the hall. Stop fooling around, Martha, and call Tom. I'm inventing the telephone and...
I'm sorry, sir, but I cannot help you if you will not give me the information. I will connect you with my supervisor. This is the supervisor. Can I help you?
Where is Mr. Watson? I want Tom Watson.
We will have to have an address for Mr. Watson before we can help you, sir.
Is this you, Martha? You fooling around in the other room, Martha?
I'm sorry, but I cannot give you that kind of information.
Look, lady, I've this drumhead of gold beater skin over the harmonic telegraph receiver, and I can't get it to stay on, and I want Watson to come here and help me fix it, and...
I will connect you with repair service.
Wait!
Repair service.
This is Alexander Graham Bell, inventor of the telephone. Who is this?
This is Don Amici. What's your problem, Mac?
I want Tom Watson. I'm putting a telephone in my laboratory, and...
There ain't nobody here by the name of Watson, Mac, but I'll take your order and pass it on installation. What kind of service you want? 6-party, 4-party, 2-party, private?
Where's Tom?
What kind of instrument? French, wall type, electronic secretary, hush your phone, glow in the dark, princess, starlight? What color you want? Baby blue, lipstick, Mediterranean, chalk white, avocado, ebony, tangerine?
I don't want a telephone. I don't ever want a telephone. Now, you can take this drumhead of a gold beater skin and...
Pardon me for cutting in, sir, but we have located a listing for a Thomas A. Watson in Providence, Rhode Island. That's area code 401, and the number is 65766.
This is the switchboard operator. Were you flashing?
Hello, Mac. You still there, Mac?
Professor Bell! Professor Bell! This is Watson. It's a miracle. I can hear you. You've invented the
Mr. Grillin. Mr. Grillin. Mr. Grillin. Mr. Grillin.
Huh?
Mr. Grillin, it's Doc.
No, Doc, come back later.
No, I'm not Doc. I'm Fester. Doc, he's lying in the street with an arrow clean through his neck.
No, Fester, come back later.
No, Mr. Grillin, now, it's Doc, and he's hurt real bad there in the street. That's what he's doing.
Who's there?
Oh, Mr. Grillin, now, you just gotta come. Now, Doc, he's your friend.
Huh? Oh, yes. Doc, get Doc to take out your adenoids and see if that helps.
Adenoids, you need some hot coffee. Now, this thing is serious. Now, Doc, he's being hit. He needs your help. Now, what do you figure on doing, Mr. Grillin?
Oh, Fester, it is you. Can't you come back later and get the doc to look at that leg or something?
Get rid of him. The doc has looked at my leg, Mr. Grillin, and there's nothing he can do.
Well, then show him the other one. Try to get a matching set.
Mr. Grillin, now, Doc, he's not gonna make it. Now, that arrow's clean through his neck, and he's just lying there, right smack in the middle of the street, like. I mean, you're the marshal, and I've always looked up to you.
Who is he, honey?
Fester, You go back out there and make sure it's really Doc, and check him over real carefully, then let me know.
Well, yes, sir, I'll do it. Check him out. Well, it's Doc, all right, with an arrow right through his neck.
Yeah. Which side?
Oh, I didn't check him.
Yeah.
Well, it's both sides clear through.
Yeah. Through what?
Through, well, through what? Through, oh, Mister, it's Doc.
Oh. Oh, Doc, of course. Wait there a minute, Doc. I'll be right with you.
Oh, wait there a minute. He's an arrow right through. Oh, now I do my best. I go back and forth. Oh, no, Doc. Oh, I don't carry. Oh, no. Oh, Mister.
Mr. President, I'd like to present Tab Neuter, the actor that takes the part of you, sir, in a forthcoming movie on your war experiences.
Hi. Well, shooting your story was just dreamy, and I was so thrilled to get the part, particularly since you had never even seen me act or anything. Oh, I'm so excited I could just scream! To think that from now on, people are going to associate me with you whenever they see me.
Well, Mr. President, it certainly is a switch on the John Wilkes Booth incident.
Okay, could you two hold it just a moment longer after the good night line and before the kiss? Well, that's where we have to make the cut for the Midwestern audience. You want to try it once more? Hold it after the good night line and before the kiss.
Good night, Chet. Good night, David.
Much better.
The time is 1825. Abraham Lincoln is 16 years of age, but already he is showing the signs of presidential temper. As we see him, young Abraham is returning home with his first date, a lovely girl child named Peony. They have been to the high school play.
Abraham,
What is it, Peony?
it seems so late. What time is it?
Let's see. Why, it's 7:07
Oh, honest, Abe. You always talk so funny, especially since your voice is changing. What does 2 really mean?
I do not talk funny, Peony. 2:07 means 47 minutes. It's in talk. A score is 20. I thought you knew the score.
If it means 47, why don't you say 47? Honest, Abe.
If I'm going to be president of the United States, I have to project. I have to identify. It's the image.
All you ever think of is being president, Abe. And it's such a beautiful night. I'm cold, Abe. Can I sit closer?
Do you want to borrow my shawl?
Oh, honest, Abe. Why do you wear that old shawl? You're the only boy at high school who wears a shawl.
Well, it's the,
Image. Yes, I know. Honest, Abe, I don't know why you spent so much time worrying about being president. Splitting rails, living in that horrible little log cabin, and that stovepipe hat. Do you have to wear it when you play football?
You don't understand, Peony. I've got a vision. I've got to become president, and you have to give the people something to identify with. Why, look at Washington, with the powdered wig, the cherry tree bit, those knee breeches, those wooden teeth. He stood out in a crowd. Me, I've got the shawl, and the beard, and the hat, and the shoe with a hole. Oh, I know you don't like it, but it projects humility. And I talk funny for a 16-year-old kid, and write my sums with charcoal on a shovel instead of fool's cap. All I need is a slogan, and I've got it made.
I'm not angry, Abe. Honest, honest, Abe. I thought it was cute of you to write me that note on a shovel when you invited me to the play tonight. Do you want it back?
No. I've got a lot of shovels. You know, Peony, Miss Headley, the teacher, asked me to start writing my sums on foolscap instead of shovels. She says it's hard to grade a shovel.
Miss Headley was at the play tonight. It sure was a good play, wasn't it?
I don't like plays. And that new actor kid gave me the creeps. What was his name?
You mean Johnny Wilkes Booth? Oh, honestly, Abe, sometimes I don't understand you. He didn't give me the creeps at all. I thought he was kind of cute.
Wait a minute, Peony. Say that again.
Say what again? I thought he was cute. Is that what you want me to say again? Oh, honest, Abe. You're such an odd boy.
That's it. You said it again. Honest Abe. Honest Abe. Don't you understand? That's the slogan I need to get me elected to president. Why, with that in the shawl and my funny oddball voice and the rail splitting, why, Peony, I could kiss you.
Oh, honest, Abe?
Big John, Big John.
Every morning at the mine, you could see him arrive. He stood 6'6" and weighed 245. Kind of broad at the shoulder and narrow at the hip, and everybody knew you didn't give no lip to Big John.
Big John, Big John, Big Bad John, Big John.
Nobody seemed to know where John called home. He just drifted into town and stayed all alone. He didn't say much, kind of quiet and shy. And if you spoke at all, you just said, "Hi," to Big John. Somebody said he came from New Orleans, where he got in a fight over a Cajon queen, and a crashing blow from a huge right hand sent a Louisiana fellow to the promised land.
Big John, Big Bad John, Big John.
Then came the day at the bottom of the mine when a timber cracked and the men started crying. Miners were praying and hearts beat fast, and everybody thought they breathed their last, except John. Through the dust and the smoke of this man-made hell, walked a giant of the grabbed the sagging timber, gave out with a groan, and like a giant oak tree just stood there alone. You guys are getting ahead of me.
Big John, Big Bad John, Big John.
And with all of his strength, he gave a mighty shove. Then a man yelled out, "There's a light up above." And 20 men scrambled from a would-be grave. Now there's only one left down there to save. Big John. With jacks and timbers, they started back down. And then came that rumble way down in the ground, and smoke and gas belched out of that mine. Everybody knew it was the end of the line.
Big Bad John, Big John.
Now they never reopened that worthless pit. They just placed a marble stand in front of it. These few words are written on that stand. At the bottom of this mine lies a big, big man, Big John.
Big John, Big John, Big Bad John, Big John, Big John, Big John, Big John.
Say, you fellas getting fast.
Big John, Big John.
Slow down.
Big John, Big John, Big John.
Too late.
Big John, Big John, Big John.
From this valley they say you are going. I shall miss your good.
Get ready, Lefty.
The 807 should be rounding the bend any minute now.
Gee, boss, I don't know.
You turning chicken, you think?
Yeah, well, it ain't that, boss. It's just that nobody holds up trains no more.
But that's what's so great. No competition. We got the train market cornered.
But look at the trains we've been a-holding up.
For instance?
Remember the 417 out of Kansas City?
Oh, nobody's perfect. How was I to know it was a cattle train?
And the time before that, when you thought that refrigerator car was a mail car? But...
Oh, Lefty, partner, that was the past. This job's gonna be perfect. I got every last detail figured out. It should take us just 48 seconds. Okay, let's check everything one last time. Got your 6-shooter with a tall mix handle?
Right, boss.
And your mask?
Sure, boss, but
And your bag to carry all the loot?
Right here, boss.
Yeah, never mind. Here she is. Let's go. Giddy up, horse!
That's what I've been trying to tell you. You forgot the horse.